Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot here. Got something I want to share with you, just kind of with an impromptu video that I really wasn't planning, but it is what I call a wild edible treasure. And there's a couple wild edibles in my book and what I classify in my own mind. One is something that you can eat in the wilderness that's not poison, that will sustain you in like a survival bug out situation. If you need to, you can eat it and but really the taste isn't there, or it's not that great, or it's kind of have-to basis. And then there's some wild edibles that I absolutely enjoy. And that's one of my hobbies. Year-round, I go in the woods, and I love to find wild edibles. Like I said, I've tried many that was okay or whatever. They're good to know if you need them. But the pawpaw is one of these that I absolutely love. And if you've never seen one or been around one or know what I'm talking about, I'll cut one of these open for you and let you see the inside and the consistency. But the best way I can describe it, and it's so hard because how can you really describe a peach or a plum or a pear or apple or a banana to somebody that's never had one? But about the best way I would describe these as far as taste and texture is kind of like a mixture between a banana and a mango. A tropical mango, it's almost not the same color, the yellow, the mango may be a little bit brighter, but it's a soft consistency and they're really good to eat. But I'll be honest with you, when in eating those, they're kind of like a bone-in hot wing, chicken wing. There's no graceful, elegant way to eat these. So you pretty much just slice them and you got to kind of eat around the seed. The seeds, you spit those out, not edible. I'm not saying it'll hurt you. I don't know. Just you don't want to do that. They're big and the yellow flesh is all you eat. But I really enjoy year-round. We always do. Just kind of look around for wild edibles, and there's many out there. And I'm going to do a video actually on wild edibles, just all these wild edibles that I've got over the course of the year. But this is really an impromptu video. I had no plans of doing this. My boy was out today with my dad, and my little boy loves it too. So he was out foraging. He brought all these pawpaws home. Of course, we've ate several. This is what we've got left. I thought, you know what, I'll do a video with it, maybe share it to you. But there's a lot of, and it's really, really important, I think, for kids and really everybody to know what can and can't be ate or eaten in a situation that you might find yourself in, whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying go live off the land, and but you never know when things might come in handy. And stuff like this is not only fun, but it's nutritious. It's a really enjoyable treat. Here in Eastern Kentucky, we've got blackberries in the summer, around the 4th of July or whatever. We always look forward to that. They're just all these wild edibles and that I really enjoy. Another one you may or may not know, we call them touch-me-nots. They got a little flour on them, but the seed pod, when you touch them, they explode. Those seed pods, actually, when they're ripe, are fantastic. They got a nutty-like flavor. If you're interested in it, maybe I'll show you some more wild edibles. But this time of year, you've also got like hickory nuts, black walnuts, everything that's coming ripe, coming due, falling off the leaves, or falling off the trees. Sorry, old Sadie there's getting ready for bed, so excuse her. But that are really actually not only nutritious, but very enjoyable to eat. Now, this is just my 2 cents, but I would tell you to kind of stay away from mushrooms unless you really know what you're doing. The morels that come up in the spring, those are pretty easy to identify, and you can't really go wrong with those. I know there's a false morel, but really you're pretty safe with those. But a lot of mushrooms, they may be fine, but they've got a counterpart that looks almost like this that can be very deadly. So in general, unless you've been with somebody several times, don't just look off a picture off the internet or off YouTube or something and say, oh, I know what that is. Kind of go out with somebody. But something like a pawpaw, you can't really mistake it. You're going to know it by the leaves. You're going to know it by, and they do vary in color and texture. Some will be more yellow, some more green or dark. Some will be bigger. I've seen some of them huge like a potato, and then some of them smaller. A lot of times they'll grow in pods like a banana, 3 or 4 on one little branch. But really neat, really good nutritious food, and they'll absolutely sustain you. Then there's like little tricks you can, if you're ever interested in foraging, there's a lot of information you can find on the internet, but I've always enjoyed this for years. And then there's a lot of things like persimmons that's absolutely fantastic if they're ripe. I mean, I love persimmons. You can even buy them at the store. You can get them at Kroger or Walmart, and they're actually a lot bigger than what you find in the wild. And if they're ripe, they're sweet and fantastic. If they're not, wow. I mean, if you've ever had a persimmon that's not ripe, wow. So you want to make sure that you know kind of what you're eating, when you're eating it. And then there's things probably that you don't even know that's edible, like cattails, that grow in the pond or something. But I would classify them in more of a survival situation. Don't have a whole lot of taste, more like celery or whatever. But anyway, I really enjoy this. I'll cut one open, let you guys look at it. And I wish I could share it with you. I really do. But if you're ever out or you got a friend or you know somebody that's in forestry or something, it's a really good hobby because you can kind of do this as you're walking the dogs or as you're hiking or as you're out on an adventure, and it really makes it fun. You know, we enjoy it year round. And one time we went on a big, huge hike, and I can't remember if we had the dogs with us or not, but we had the wife and kids, and we was way out there up on a hill, away from everything, and we found a huge blackberry bush that was ripe. So, just to kind of take a break and enjoy Mother Nature and what she provides. Pretty cool stuff. And like I said, I want to share this with you because a lot of people may not know what a pawpaw is, but really cool this time of year. And again, if you tried these, if you have these where you live, or if you have one when you was a kid, let me know what you think about them. Do you like them? There's some more wild edibles that you enjoy looking for, finding. And then there's some for profit, like ginseng. I got an uncle, he's hunted ginseng for years, But really, there's a lot to do out there in nature. If you'll get out there and enjoy the great outdoors, enjoy Mother Nature, there's treasures out there, there's joy out there, and it's just fun. My little boy loves it. Like I said, he brought all these home. This is nothing that I had anything to do with. This was all him. He's 8 years old and already enjoying stuff like this. So let me know what you think. If you've tried them, I'll cut one open here and we'll dive right in. And I'm not going to eat it on camera because, like I said, there's no classic way to eat these. It's like, barbecue, like eating a hot wing or a bone-in chicken wing or something. It's going to be everywhere. So I will not eat one on camera, but I will show you the consistency and let you see what the inside of one looks like. And what you always have to do, whether you're in the brush or you're at the house, you have to have the right tool for the job. And I want to make sure that I get a good clean cut on this pawpaw here. So Me got this and I'm getting ready to, well, you know what? I'm not out in the brush, I'm not out in the woods. This is my wife's table. So let me get something else real quick. And you always want the right tool for the job, regardless if it's wild edibles, if you're out in the woods, if you're in the brush. You always want something that, that'll get the job done. And picking the right tools and having the right, items available to you will really come in handy for you.
Wait. Let me get you something.
No, I got this.
No, seriously, I'll get you something.
Are you serious? You want me to get on camera with a knife with pink flowers? My idea was so much better. First person that leaves a comment below about me with a knife with pink flowers, I'm getting the axe back out. Just saying. But anyway, back to the wild edible treasure here. Did you see how that hit the seed and I had to put the seed? I told you my way would have worked better. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Now this one in particular, it looks like it's a little bit almost didn't quite ripe on the outside, but the inside looks okay. And that's kind of the consistency. Let me try to cut it this way as well. Okay, that may be a little better view. But these seeds, and I'll get one of these seeds out here too. And my expertise are not necessarily in pawpaws, but I'll clean that off and maybe in another section of this video here, I'll show you what it looks like. But all this yellow flesh is actually what you eat. That's the edible. Of course, the skin, you can either peel it or just cut it and just like dive right into it, or you can use a knife or something and cut and scoop it out, or a spoon and scoop it out. It's very, very soft. You can see it here. I mean, you can see it's very, very soft, very banana-like, mango type, edible. Very, very nutritious too. And so, but you want to leave the skin. You don't want to eat the skin. And again, these seeds here are not edible. So it's kind of like you're eating a mango. How you will eat the you'll peel it or whatever, eat the flesh and leave that big huge seed. Well, this has got a lot of smaller seeds all through it, like all through the middle of it. They'll be just stacked of these little black seeds right here. They're not huge, but they're the size of probably a pumpkin seed or something. But all that yellow flesh is indeed edible. Some's going to be better than others, like anything else. You want to get it at the right time. You don't want it overly ripe, but you don't want it green or hard either. And when you begin to eat several of these, you can see there's a lot of actually what we call meat of the plant, and there's a lot of edible in these. So you can get the mess of these and actually sustain and be able to feed a lot of people. Let me clean off one of these seeds here for you, and then I will show you what one of these seeds look like without all that yellow flesh all over it. Now the one you just seen me cut open in the previous portion, this is the amount of seeds. These are the actual seeds that came out of that pawpaw. So if it's, you know, your pawpaw is laying like this, there's seeds basically lined up from one end to the other in the center. And my apologies, the last section of the video, I meant to say, you like, really any fruit or anything, you want to get it when it's ripe. And I meant to say it needs to either ripen on the outside or make sure they're ripe, and I kind of tangled my words. But anyway, long story short, kind of live and learn. But I'll be honest with you, if you most time if you shake a tree, they won't come off unless they're fairly ripe. But if it's hard in consistency, it shouldn't be like an apple. It's almost like a custard type consistency when they're really ripe, and they're really sweet, and they're very good. But if it's hard, like biting into a crisp apple, then it's certainly not ripe. If you cut it and it's a bright white or a brighter yellow color, then it's not ripe. Like I said, it should be like a darker yellow, like a custard style. Like when you take your fork or knife and run through it, it should run easy. If you have to slice through it or cut through it and it feels like the consistency of an apple or a carrot or cabbage or something like that, it's definitely not ripe. Very soft, very, very soft, almost like maybe like an applesauce type. But I mean, maybe a little more consistency, but you get my point. But these are the actual seeds. So and the seeds are lined up from front to back. So if you do have small children, yeah, you might want to be careful about giving them a pawpaw, because those seeds are probably a dangerous size to maybe get caught in a child choking or whatever. Anybody, just kind of be careful when you eat them. But I just wanted you to see these seeds, and they kind of remind you, I don't know, of maybe a jelly bean, a kidney bean type. But these are the actual seeds. You can plant them if you ever want to grow your own. But they really cool, really neat, and like I said, I think it's important for kids. I'm so glad my little boy got out and found these and knows a little bit about it, because I see, like, from my age on up, people kind of forage, kind of new garden a little bit. It seems like as time goes on, our younger generations it's almost like a lost art. And like using the Boy Scouts or whatever, you probably made like pine needle tea or something, and people now don't know what you're even talking about. But it's a good source of vitamin C. Just some good things to know. Just some good things to be out in the wild. But if you don't know what you're doing, just be careful, because like I said, there is some plants you can get that certainly would be toxic or harmful to you. But a pawpaw is pretty easy to identify. Only come once a year in the fall. And so, you can, this time of year, and like I said, maybe the next time I'm out at the farm, I'll show you some pawpaw trees, kind of show you the leaves, kind of let you know what to be looking for, and kind of show you how they hang on the tree or whatever, if I can get up there before they fall off. But anyway, appreciate you watching. Would you do me a huge favor? I love the channel. I like to have fun with this channel, but I also like to share what little bit I know with whatever, with wild edibles, guns, knives, whatever the case may be. But would you do me a huge favor? Would you like, share, and subscribe? Any questions you have, anything you maybe would like for me to do a video on, that's fine. I'm here for you. I can't get to maybe every video or everything, but if you want me to do some more about wild edibles, or if you'd rather me do some more ballistics testing, shooting, knives, guns, self-defense, whatever the case may be, I'm willing to help in any way I can and show you what little bit I know, or share my experiences with you. Appreciate each and every one of you. Leave your comments below. As always, please keep them family friendly. May God bless you. Wish you and yours the very best. The Kentucky Patriot and these pawpaws signing off.